First, this is one of the real treats of the conference as well, is where we get to once again honor a legislator, and this time it's for something even incredibly special. This is a Lifetime Achievement Award for Assemblyman Mullin, and we're going to have a couple people introduce him. And this is just really, really special for us as a community, and the ARC and United Cerebral Palsy and Easter Seals, to recognize somebody who has been fighting for our community for many years in the Capitol. And to introduce him is going to be his close friend and also a San Mateo native, and that is Bryan Neider from AbilityPath, which is one of the oldest and largest providers of disability services in the greater Bay Area. And so I am happy to hand it over to Bryan to introduce our legislative award recipient.
Well, thank you, Jordan. And by the way, I love your backdrop and theme and your outfit for today's presentation. I wish I had dressed accordingly to be part of the Back to the Future gang. It is really an incredible honor to be able to tell you all about the great work that Assemblymember Mullin has done. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a background of Kevin's experience and his engagement in the community, actually from a very early age. He became interested in serving the community, influenced very heavily by his father, former state assembly member Gene Mullin. I had the good fortune of working with Kevin's father for many years at AbilityPath, and again, another incredible leader in our community. And Kevin's journey then began working not only for his father in his district, but then later on supporting State Senator Jackie Spear, now Congresswoman Jackie Spear. Both Jackie and Kevin's father, Gene, have been huge mentors and influencers in Kevin's political career. In 2007, his first elected office was as a council member in South San Francisco, later becoming mayor of South San Francisco in 2011. Kevin has served the 22nd District here in San Mateo 5 terms. So his first election was in 2012. Coming up to a point now where he's running for Congress as he terms out of the state assembly. As an assembly member, Kevin has made it one of his priorities to focus on accessibility, whether it's encouraging civic engagement through elections or by advocating for affordable housing here in the Bay Area. He leads with the vision of creating communities where there's economic opportunity and inclusion for all. Kevin and his staff have been incredible supporters of the developmental disabilities community over the years. And I would just want to give you a couple of notes of some things Kevin has done to go the extra mile to help serve the needs of the Developmental Disabilities Committee. He is Assembly member on the Assembly Select Committee on Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities. In 2020, Kevin and the committee conducted hearings across the state, getting feedback and information from individuals, their families, as well as service providers on the needs that are across the state, disparities in service and gaps in service. This work ultimately helped inform and influence the incredible legislation that passed a year ago, making a return of funding that had been missing for the better part of 20 years to the IDD system and the Department of Developmental Services. So we're incredibly grateful for the work Kevin did in helping lead that charge and his dedication and commitment to making sure that Californians, all Californians, and those with developmental disabilities are able to be active, engaged, and included members in our community. So with that, we're going to show a quick video, and then I'll come back, say a few more words about Kevin, and then we'll turn it over for Kevin to be able to provide some comments. And so with that, can we roll the video?
I am Nicole Adler, and I live in San Mateo County. Thank you, Assembly Member Kevin Mullin, for creating a future that includes Californians with developmental disabilities, and for prioritizing my needs and safety now and in the future. My services and supports have given me the chance to live my best life.
California Assemblymember Kevin Mullin is kicking off the Work With Me for a Day campaign to get a sense of what it takes to live with a disability. what it takes to hold a job, to be included, and to offer ways to help.
You ready to work, Kevin?
What I would say to my colleagues in Sacramento is participate in programs like this. Get out of the Capitol, get out of your district office, spend some time with individuals in the IDD community, and you get a real sense of not only what's working with the system, but what some gaps are within the system that we need to address.
70 to 80% of adults with developmental disabilities live at home with their parents. And many of those are aging parents. And so the options available, if there aren't siblings, family members to provide care or housing, is becoming a crisis.
You know, I come from a very high-cost county, San Mateo County, and just the difficulty in paying providers in a super high-cost area. Not a day goes by that we don't think about this, and for the IDD community, carving out affordable housing opportunities is huge.
Thank you for supporting the IDD community with the long overdue investment into the disability system. People with disability depend on me for carrying us support.
I'm here to say thank you to all the Assemblymember for your continued support of the disability community.
Thank you for being a champion for inclusion.
That does a great job of capturing the spirit and impact that Kevin has had here in our community. And I'll just say from a personal note, getting to know over the last several years all sorts of elected officials. Kevin's integrity, his focus on making a difference for the community is something that I think everyone that gets behind the scenes and see what's actually happening within the state legislature is we are fortunate to have a champion in our corner. Kevin is always reaching out. His office is on ways that they can look to support the needs that we have. And he has been a tireless champion for having a positive impact for those with learning differences. And we are extremely grateful. Kevin, it is an honor to award you with this Lifetime Achievement Award for all that you've done for those in our community and across the entire state of California. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, Bryan. What a moving video presentation to see Nicole and Mitzi and the others. I'm so moved by that, and I'm moved by this recognition. Bryan, so great to see you. Thank you for your kind words. Bryan and I have a friendship and a connection that goes back many years now. I'm so grateful for your leadership with AbilityPath, such an anchor organization on our San Francisco Peninsula, doing incredible work. One of my best memories, most certainly, you saw there on the video when I got to spend the day with Mitzi serving up fries at the San Mateo McDonald's as part of the Work With Me for a Day project, that Bryan's organization has been involved in. I am so very honored to accept this award today. I'm coming to you from what we call our swing space at the state capitol, while the Capitol building itself is being refurbished. But thank you for taking me in a virtual capacity. But I am so very honored to accept this award from the Arc of California, Easter Seals, and United Cerebral Palsy. My connection to the disability community, as Bryan indicated, goes back to young adulthood when I was diagnosed with hearing loss. Additionally, my late mother, Terry, had severe hearing loss and almost a lifelong wearer of hearing aids. My father, who Bryan mentioned, Gene Mullin, also passed away in the last year, but he was a former California legislator, and he spent decades of his career as a champion of disability rights and advocated for improved access to services and supports. And as someone who is hard of hearing, advocating for investments in California's disability system has been deeply personal for me. I authored legislation to expand our text to 911 system, a consumer protection bill for those wearing hearing aids, while also securing additional funding for deaf access programs in the state budget, ensuring that our disabled community has access to programs and services that help them live a life that is full and as accessible as possible is crucial to me. And I am heartened that we had some budget wins last year. in our state budget for the IDD community, but so much more still needs to be done. So let me just say I'm deeply honored and grateful to be the recipient of your Lifetime Achievement Award, and I promise to continue my advocacy for the rights and needs of the IDD community. And as somebody who's in their last year of the legislature, I have a suspicion that this is the last one of these awards I'm going to get, and it absolutely is the most meaningful to me, and I will never forget it, and I'm so grateful. And with that, I'll send it back to you, Bryan, and thank you for your good work and for everybody's work participating in the conference.
Thank you again, Assemblymember Mullin, Kevin. It's again, it's just been an honor to be able to get to know you and work with you and your team. And best of luck in the fall, and keep doing good deeds. Your commitment to our community has impact, and you are appreciated for all you do. I know it's a lot of time and energy out of your personal life to serve others, and we're grateful for it.
Thank you.
Bryan, thank you. Assemblymember Mullin, thank you. What a tremendous honor to have you with us. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
That was a real treat for us to be able to recognize him for all his years in the Capitol and his great work for our community as he transitions to his next phase out of the Capitol.